Alright, Tiffany Haddish is back at it again, this time making fun of her ex-boyfriend Common. Since they had been dating for 3 years, it makes sense that she is still upset over their split. Jennifer Hutchins was next up for Common. Tiffany recently declared that she plans to sell her drawings to raise money. As if things couldn't get any worse, she is now accusing Common of being the source of her financial problems and denouncing him for being a terrible lover. What purpose does Common serve after her financial difficulties? And will she actually sue him for money? Look into it, kid. Despite the fact that they broke up more than 3 years ago, Tiffany Haddish always brings up irrelevant topics, so I can only conclude that Common is tired of her. They had a successful relationship at first, especially when they came out together during the outbreak, and they had a large following. However, those warning signs were like flags in the sky, so either Tiffany didn't see them or we saw some serious warning signs in the relationship right away, and she was too enamored to recognize them. For example, when she celebrated her 41st birthday in style, she expressed her happiness and said she felt Common would do something really special. I had never gotten drunk with my grandmother until I was 39. I also had a bat mitzvah for my 40th birthday, which was a lot of fun, but I wouldn't want to go on a hot air balloon ride on my 41st birthday. When he heard it, he probably laughed a lot and decided against taking her up in a hot air balloon. That's my preferred course of action. I help my partner and I go hot air ballooning and have a wonderful small meal. She added that's my preferred course of action. Their relationship became more heated, especially after she publicly expressed her desire for something truly exceptional. It became clear that Common didn't see Tiffany the same way she did, and she continued to express her desire for expensive presents from him for an unidentified reason despite his clear denials to the contrary. However, when she revealed that she had planned for him to pop the question with an apartment building, things completely went south because Common had made it clear that he would not only not pop the question outside of an apartment building, but that he would not be popping the question at all.
Want to marry me? He can give me an apartment building.
Oh, okay. That would be, you don't want a ring, you want an apartment complex.
Give me a duplex, an eightplex or something. You know, the homegirl be like, where your ring? I thought you was engaged. Where your ring? Where your carrots? Carrots. Girl, please, I got you.
In the end, he ended their relationship. When Pete and Tiffany ultimately decided to break up, he insisted that there was no animosity between them. I'll talk to you soon.
But I'm gonna do what's good for me and the lady. You know, right now all I want is happiness, good times, peace on earth.
Tiffany, on the other hand, called him out on his deceit, implying that he might be telling the truth, and she wouldn't let him continue spreading the idea about the divorce. As I mentioned earlier, they haven't been dating for more than 3 years, but she still thinks about him frequently after Con started dating Jennifer Hudson. Her jealousy made matters worse, and she mentioned their shared interests in subsequent interviews, expressing how much she still loved him and how much he had hurt her. She described their bond as the strongest, safest, and funniest of all of them, and there has never been a breakup that wasn't mutual.
Fine with it. It's cool.
But he said in the interview that the reason why it was ending was because of busy schedules, which I didn't really, I mean, you know, I love Rashid and I know you love Rashid too. And I would never, I didn't want to be rude in the interview, but come on now. That doesn't make sense because you're both famous, you're both busy, you both have schedules.
Right.
What did you think about that?
The same thing everybody else was thinking.
He was more like the I think this relationship has reached a zenith type of guy, and I was more of a you're going to be a 50-year-old single man type of person. Okay, if that bothers you, then she's going to have much worse financial circumstances, because she's broke and holding Common liable for them youngster. For those who haven't been paying much attention to Tiffany, she's had a lot of bad things happen over the years, most notably after she broke up with Common. A woman initially claimed that she and her brother were sponsored by Aries Spears and Tiffany, and she sued her for child support. According to a source, Tiffany added that the positive response this generated put her in a bad position for future acting roles and led to her being arrested twice for DUI. Her low pay should not have come as a surprise, but we didn't realize how bad her financial situation was until she admitted that she planned to sell her underwear to make money. She assured me that everything would be done sincerely and for charity. Even though everyone has financial difficulties occasionally, Tiffany feels ashamed of her concerns and is too embarrassed to admit how much she needs money. What is most odd about this account is there seems to be a lot going on, and it seems like she might never get over Common because it's crazy to blame your ex for filing for bankruptcy. Advocates' comments are shown below, and she's not feeling well. This is strange and definitely not funny. You look inebriated, so go ignore it. In return, alright, it gets more strange the more she posts. These strange incidents are so awful that I almost feel sorry for her. The insider claims that Tiffany is the only one responsible for Common's sorrow, claiming that everything fell apart after Common dumped her, and she believes she wouldn't have needed to sell her underwear to make ends meet if he had stayed with her. Where is the therapist's office? I'm shaking my head because I think it's disrespectful that you would be a depressed person after you die because it's impossible for someone to be their own worst enemy. Please remember to hit the subscribe and like buttons if you enjoy this video. You may see subscribe and like for a cookie. Yes, please like and subscribe for a cookie. Yes, I will see you in the upcoming video.